Hello P6 students, it's Miss Claire again and welcome to our Math 6 class. In this video, you will learn about Chapter 4. It talks about different operations with whole numbers and you will learn multiplying and dividing by tens, hundreds, and thousands and also multiplying by one-digit and two-digit numbers. You can find this lesson in your learner's book, pages 39 until 51. This lesson will help you on how to multiply and divide by tens, hundreds, and thousands, and also how to multiply by one-digit and two-digit numbers. I guess you are familiar with some of this lesson. So, P6, are you ready to learn more? Okay, get ready and have fun learning. Let's start with multiplying and dividing by tens, hundreds, and thousands. Let's review on multiplying by 10 and 100. Multiply 50 by 10. So 50 times 10, it will give us 500. What have you observed on our answer? Yes, we have two zeros. How about if we multiply 50 by 100? So multiply 50 by 100. So 50 times 100 and the answer is 5,000. So check or observe how many zeros if we multiply only by 10 and if we multiply by 100. Another. Multiply 50 by 60. 60 can be broken down into 6 and 10 because 6 times 10 is equal to 60. So let's multiply first 50 times 6. It will give us 300 and let's multiply by 10. So it gives us the product of 3,000. So what happened to our product? It has 3 zeros. How about if we multiply 50 but with 600? So 50 times 600, what happens to our answer later on? So 600 can be broken down into 6 and 100. So we can multiply 50 times 6 first and it gives us 300. Then multiply by 100 and the answer is 30,000. So count how many zeros we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we multiply only with 60, we have 3 zeros. And if we multiply by 600, it becomes 4 zeros. So children, if we multiply numbers with tens or hundreds, the numbers becomes bigger. Okay, I have here another problem. Let's multiply 123 by 200. So 123 times 200, we can break or let's break 200 into 2 and 100. So let's multiply first 123 times 2. It likes this. So 100 times 2 is 200. 20 times 2 is 40. 3 times 2 is 6. So 123 times 2 is 246. After that, let's multiply it by 100. So 200 times 100 is 20,000. 40 times 100 is 4,000. 6 times 100 is 600. So 246 times 100 is 24,600. So look at our answers. So 123 times 200 is 24,600. So if we observe, we add 2 zeros to our answer. You can also multiply 123 but starting from 100 like this. It's the same. Multiply first by 100, then 2. So we have 123 times 100. It will give us 12,300. Then 12,300 multiplied by 2. Okay, and the answer is 20,000. Then we have 4,000 and we have 600. So 12,000 times 2 is 24,600. So again, the answer is still the same. Now let's study about division. Let's divide 6,400 by 200. So 200 can be broken down into 102. So we will divide first 6,400 by 100. So 6,400 divided by 100. So let's start with 6,000 divided by 100. That is 60. And we have 400 divided by 100. That is 4. So the answer is 64. After that, we divide the 64 by 2. So it means we will find the half of 64. And the answer is 32. Because half of 60 is 30 and half of 4 is 2. So our answer is 32. So 6,400 divided by 200 is 32. Look at our answer, children. It's already 32. No more zeros. Okay. So if we divide numbers, children, of course, it will become smaller. And usually the zeros will be gone. Okay, another example. We have 5,000 divided by 1,000. So we have 5,000. We divide it by 1,000. Take a look what will happen. And the answer is 5. So what have you observed? So if both numbers have 3 zeros, the same number of zeros, so the final answer, there will be no more zeros. So the answer is 5. Another, how about this kind of problem? Divide 7,200 by 900. Okay, our 900 children can be broken into 109 because 100 times 9 is 900. So we divide first 7,200 by 100. Take a look on the zero. So we have 7,200 and 100. We have the same number of zeros. So we can actually divide 72 divided by 1, and that is 72. Then after that, we divide right away to 9. So 72 divided by 9, and the answer is 8. So if we divide this kind of problem, it's just like we just take out the 2 zeros. So it's just like 72 divided by 9, and the answer is 8. Another problem. How about if we divide this kind of problem? 2 divided by 10. So our divisor, which is 10, is bigger than 2. So our answers then will be decimal. Now, remember that 1 is equal to 10 tenths. So if we have 2, that is equal to 20 tenths. So if we divide 2 divided by 10, it's just the same as 20 tenths divided by 10. So if we have 2 divided by 10, look at our answer. That is a decimal. How to read this number? That is 2 tenths. And how to write it in decimal form? 0.2. 2 tenths. So 2 divided by 10 is 2 tenths. I have here some exercises. Let's practice. Find the answer for question number 1, 5 divided by 10. Question 2, 618 times 1,000. And question 3, 78 divided by 100. Let's check your answers during our Zoom meeting. Now let's study about multiplying a number by 1 digit and 2-digit numbers. For example, let's multiply 2,332 by 3. So we have 2,332. This kind of multiplication, children, is just the same as we will add this number into 3 times. So we have 3 sets of these numbers. So if we will add these 3 numbers, 2,332 plus 2,332 plus 2,332, it will give us the sum of 6,996. We can solve this problem by using a vertical form like this, and I'm sure you are familiar with this process. If we multiply this kind of number, we will multiply all the numbers by 3, and we will start from 1. So we have 2 times 3 is 6, correct? Next, we have tens. 30 times 3 is 90, but we will only write 9. Next, 300 times 3, it will give us, yes, 900. And 2000 times 3 is 6,000. So our answer is 6,996. So multiplication, children, is actually a repeated addition. That's why we add this number into 3 times. Another example. Let's multiply 234 by 6. At this time, we will not use the number disc, but we just use the vertical form like this. So again, if we multiply numbers by one-digit number, all the numbers, we will multiply it by number 6. So let's start with 4. 4 times 6 is 24. For this kind of problem, we will rename the 20. And we put number 4 below 6. And we rename the 20 to the tens place. Next, we will multiply the 3. So that is 30 times 6, and that is 180. Plus 20, where is the 20? The number 2. So that is 200. So instead of writing 200, we just put 0. And we rename the 200 into the hundreds place here. This 2 represents 200. Next, we will multiply the number 2 and 6, and that is 200. 200 times 6 is 1,200. Plus the 2 here, or the 200, so the answer is 1,400. And we will only write 14 because we already have the 0 and 4. So our answer, children, is 1,404. How about if we multiply a number by a 2-digit number, just like this? 425 times 12. How to multiply this? It's just the same multiplying by a one-digit number, but at this time, we will multiply 2 times. For example, so we will multiply first 5 times 2, and that is 10. Then, we will put 0 here, and we will rename the 10. We put it on tens place. So, next is the 20 times 2. This 2 here, this is 20, and that is 40. Then we add the 10, and that is 50. So, we write 5 because we already have the 0. Next is the 400 times 2, and that is 800. And we just write 8 there. Are we done? Not yet. Next, we will multiply 425 by 10 or 1. It's 1 there. So, let's start from 5. 5 times 10, and that is 50. So, we can write 50 here. Next, we have the 20 times 10. What is 20 times 10? Yes, it's 200. We can just write 2 here because we already have the 5 and 0. And the last one is the 400 times 10. What is 400 times 10? 4,000. So we just write 4 here. Are we done? Not yet. Next step is to add all. Okay, so we add all our answers. So we have 0 plus 0, that is 0. Next, 5 times 5 is 10, so 0, and we rename 1 here. Then 1 plus 8, 9 plus 2 is 11, so we have 1, and we rename 1 here, and it gives us 5. So the answer then is 5,100. So that's all for lesson 1 and lesson 2 for chapter 4, operations with whole numbers. Okay, I will discuss more about this lesson during our Zoom meeting. Thank you for watching P6, and always remember to stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone and have a great day.